Shalom, brothers and sisters. Hope y'all been doing well. Hope y'all been having a good day, good week. All praises to the Most High for another day. Trying to give some people some time to get on the chat, and then we're gonna get started, brothers and sisters. Brothers and sisters, it's been a long time, boy, since I did a lesson outside of the weekly live lessons that I do. It's been a long time, boy. I ain't did one of these since my dad used to do his lives. But man, I thought that I would bring these back. But I told myself if I was gonna bring these back, I was gonna make them meaningful. And when I mean meaningful, brothers and sisters, I want these lessons that I do through the week, brothers and sisters, to deal with the mind, or that is to say, with the spirit. Because we have a lot of lessons on doctrine, and I believe those lessons they have their place. But brothers and sisters, the most important lessons that we will ever do, or any other brothers and sisters will ever do, is lessons pertaining to the spirit or pertaining to the mind. And with that, brothers and sisters, we are going to actually go ahead and get started because this isn't going to really be a long lesson. I'll kind of let everybody else, they can look at the video once it's over. They could just replay the broadcast. But my reason for coming on today, brothers and sisters, is because I was sitting in the car and I was just thinking to myself about how smart and intelligent Israel is. Israel is smart, they're intelligent, and they have a lot of knowledge. And I'm not just talking about y'all brothers and sisters, but I'm talking about me too. because this video that I'm making, it applies to all of us. But we're smart, we're intelligent, we have a lot of knowledge, a lot of wisdom. But the problem with our people, brothers and sisters, is they have bad behavior. That is the problem with our people. They have bad behavior. They got the knowledge, all of that, but they got bad behavior because they have a bad spirit. That is to say, the mind. And that is what Christ came for. Jesus, the anointed one, the Savior. That's what he came for. He came to what? Give us a new mind, to cleanse our mind. We are in need, brothers and sisters, of a moral reformation. Because this mind that we have, including me, I ain't just talking about y'all, I'm including myself in that. We got bad minds, brothers and sisters, and we need to clean these minds up. Bad minds and bad behavior. And you want to know how I know we got bad behavior? Because any black person that live in the hood, as soon as they get a hold of some money, what is the first thing that they do, brothers and sisters, when they get a hold of some money? The first thing black people that live in the hood, when they get some money, the first thing they do is they move out of the hood, or they move out of the ghetto, or they move out of the projects. You know why? Because they know that their people has bad behavior. Nobody wants to be around us, brothers and sisters. Nobody. The heathen definitely don't want to be around you. And we don't want to be around each other. That's why as soon as we get a hold of some type of income, we move out. We go stay with the heathen because we want peace. We want tranquility. We want kindness. Because what? Israel, they want to be free from what? Violence. They want to be free from gunshots. They want to walk down the street without being mugged. They don't want to hear music blaring all night because they know they have to go get up and go to work tomorrow. I don't want to hear that music all day. Them Israelites, they don't want to wake up in the middle of the night hearing arguing. So guess what? When they get some money, they get out of the ghetto. That is to say, away from what? Their people. And no marvel, because God said the same thing. Get these people away from me. And here's the thing. We seek for Christ to come back and to save us from this captivity, save us from this slavery, which he will. And he's going to place us in our own land. But we also need to understand that he's going to dwell among us too. And I'm here to tell you, he's not going to be dwelling among no Israelites, brothers and sisters, that has bad behavior. He wants to dwell among Israelites that's got some sense. Them Israelites that don't got no sense, unfortunately, brothers and sisters, because he want them to be saved too. But unfortunately, he gonna get rid of them. But he only gonna be among Israelites that's got some sense. Just like me, I love being around Israelites who got sense. You won't catch me around Israelites that ain't got no sense unless I'm giving them the word. But outside of that, I don't hang around Israel, brothers and sisters, because they're dangerous. Because their mind has been corrupted by their what? Sinful nature. Along with Satan, who sits on the empty throne of this world. You can't see him, but he's there, ruling from the shadows. And he's constantly pumping poison in Israel. Okay. Now, brothers and sisters, I told you Israel has bad behavior. And why? Because Israel is not mindful of what they consume. Israel does not protect their spirit, they don't protect their mind, because we are a pleasure people. We love pleasure. We don't care if it's good or bad. We love pleasure. So anything that feels good to us, we consume it. But we can't be that way, brothers and sisters. We have to be mindful of what we're consuming. And I'm not just talking about y'all, but I'm talking about me too. Even me, I have to be very mindful of what I consume. Because what you consume is what you're going to be influenced by. As they say, you are whatever you eat. We understand that when it comes to health, but for some reason, we don't understand that when it comes to the mind, when it comes to the spirit. We have to be very mindful, brothers and sisters. Now, this isn't going to be a long video, but I just want to go somewhere real quick. And we just having a discussion because we need to be honest with ourselves, brothers and sisters. We believe ourselves to be these super Israelites or these super brews or super Hebrews, but we're not. We're just men, we're just women, and we need help. We need help from God to get this mind, this body under subjection. And what I'm teaching today, this is the doctrine of Christ. This is what Christ was teaching his people. Let's go to Colossians 3, and I want to read verses 5 and 6. Okay. Colossians chapter 3, and we're going to read verses 5 and 6. And it says in verse 5, mortify therefore your members which are upon the earth. Now, mortify means to kill or to put to death. It says, therefore, your members, and your members is your conduct, it's your behavior. So, hey, Paul is saying, listen, you need to put an end to these bad behaviors, which are upon the earth: fornication, uncleanness, inordinate affection, evil concupiscences, covetousness, which is idolatry, for which things the wrath of God cometh on the children of disobedience. And brothers and sisters, to mortify your members is to stop feeding that sinful nature, which means you have to be mindful of what you're consuming. And we know one of the things that Israel loves to consume is music. Now, we know that's not the end all be all, but that is one of the major things that Israel loves to consume. They love to consume music. And this wicked and foul music that Israel is listening to is poisoning their minds. This music today is straight from Satan. And we know how powerful music is. We know how powerful it is. We read in the Bible where the Lord, he put a evil spirit on our father Saul. And that evil spirit, it troubled him. It troubled him greatly. But that spirit would only leave him, at least temporarily. It would only leave him when David would come with that harp and play before Saul. That music was so powerful that it drove an evil spirit away. Think about that, brothers and sisters. Music drove away an evil spirit, at least temporarily, from King Saul. Now, that music has power to drive away an evil spirit. You don't think that music is powerful enough to do the opposite? put an evil spirit in you, because that's what this foul music, that's what it's doing now, people. It's putting an evil spirit on them. And that evil spirit, it don't jump in you and do all kind of crazy stuff. No, this evil spirit, it influences you to do things. That's what this evil spirit does. This music is foul, brothers and sisters. Sometimes you should just type in a song and just look at the lyrics. These lyrics, man, be about doing drugs, which, you know, when you doing drugs, you out of your mind, and that could cause you to harm your brothers and sisters, which is against the law of Christ. Man, fornication. I smashed this hoe. I had 3 hoes last night. About to have some more later. I'll shoot that nigga, or I'll shoot that hoe if they get me wrong. I wish your nigga would look at me. Nigga, you got a problem. Nigga this, nigga that. Not brother, nigga. Then covetous, then it's mostly covetousness through the song. Trying to get this money, trying to get to the bag. I'll run any nigga over that's trying to stop me from getting to this bag. It sounds funny, brothers and sisters, but this is the reality. Now you have to think about it. You playing that kind of music all day long, because you know Israel, they're not the type of people to just play the song once. They'll play it over and over and over again. They'll go to sleep with it on. What do you think that does to your mind? Make no mistake, the minds that God gave us, brothers and sisters, they're very powerful. They're the most powerful piece of technology that has ever been created, the mind. But God, even He knows that that mind is fragile. It needs to be what? Protected. And that's right. Because consummations are hard. That's right. Consummation is meditation. So when we say be mindful of what you consume, that's also like saying be mindful of what you meditate on. Even me, years ago, I was listening to all kind of ratchet rap music. And it caused me to walk around, brothers and sisters, because I'm not a super Hebrew. I keep it real, brothers and sisters. This is why I'm doing better as a person, as a child of God, as a future son of God, because I'm real with myself, because we having a discussion today. But years ago, I was listening to this ratchet rap music, and it caused me to walk around full of anger, because a lot of that, it provocate a lot of anger. I was real angry all the time. Of course, not for the heathen, but for somebody that looked like me. It had me looking at the money, focused on money. I was talking different. I was disrespectful, because, hey, that's what you're meditating on. That's what you're influenced by. Bad behavior, rebelliousness. We got a lot of work to do, brothers and sisters. We got to watch ourselves. And especially, you know, that music, it can cause you to develop an evil eye. I see how brothers, I see how brothers look at each other. I see how sisters look at each other with nothing but pure disdain. I wish that nigga would come up to me. I'd do that nigga. And there are brothers and sisters sitting right here, all in the church, all in the street camps with this very mindset. Because when they take the suits off, when they take the garments off, or heck, even when they riding up to the camp or they riding up to the church, they banging Young Jeezy. They banging Nicki Minaj. Banging 50 Cent. Banging Cardi B and Ice Spice and all of them. And then as soon as they get close to the church and the camp, they turn it down. And then they get out the car and they enter the church like they just wasn't listening to that poison. I'm just, brothers and sisters, we just having a discussion. Well, I'm just keeping it real. I know Israel. That's how we is. When the camera's cut off, it's the return to ratchetness. R2R, return to ratchetness. Living double lives. Now, I used to live a double life, brothers and sisters, living double lives. The Lord said you can't do that because the Lord said that makes you a hypocrite. And you know, the crazy thing is you'll have brothers and sisters sitting right up there in the camps, sitting right up there in the churches, and they'll sit up there, they'll be judging all these people, Lil Wayne, 50 Cent, Cardi B, Ice Spice, Young Jeezy. They'll be judging all of these brothers and all of these sisters making this poisonous music because they making poisonous music. There's no getting around it. They'll be judging these same people, but then when they get done from judging them, they turn their music on, listening to it, bumping to it, vibing to it. That's foolishness, brothers and sisters. The next thing I want to talk about, because I know music is not the end all be all. We just touching on certain points. The next thing I want to talk about is social media. Social media. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, which is now X, Instagram, Snapchat. Our people have been wholly corrupted by those things. In fact, a lot of brothers and sisters that's supposed to be in the so-called truth, don't matter if they in the church or a street camp, they take a lot of their talking points from these social media pundits or social media gurus who are empty balloons that do nothing but the will of Satan. You got these black men, they act like nothing but the children of God. They act like the children of God when they in front of people, when they in the church or when they're in the camp. But when they get home, they still listening to Kevin Samuels, and he dead. They still listening to Kevin Samuels. Who else they like to listen to? O'Shea Dukes and all of these guys. Two percenters or whatever they call them, listening to the alpha male boys. And then their wives or the sisters in church don't understand why they're being discriminated against or why they're being treated differently or where all of this malice and all of this hatred is coming from because they listening to these idiots on social media. And then you got the women, they listening to idiots too. listening to people like uh Crystal and Karazin, listening to women all day that tell them that push the anti, what is it, matriarchy agenda, whatever they pushing all day. Men are evil, men are scumbags, there are no good men. Anytime you meet a good man, it's just because they want to use you, or they want your money, or all they just want to use women. And then the husbands, they wondering where all this hostility coming from. The men wondering where the discrimination is coming from, because your mind has been poisoned by these things. Your thoughts, brothers and sisters, are not your thoughts. They're not. These, a lot of thoughts that we have been implanted by Satan. Yeah, that's another one right there. Cynthia G. They love her too. But your thoughts are not your thoughts. A lot of your thoughts have been implanted there by Satan. A lot of your thoughts have been implanted by what? Your sinful nature. That is to say, the flesh. But we walk around thinking that these are our thoughts. No, this is just what I believe. No, it's not. No, you've been meditating on Satan's voice all day. And so, since you've been meditating on his voice all day, guess what? When it's time for you to do any kind of work, you're going to perform that which his voice has been telling you to do, because that's your master. And some of us, we spend way too much time on social media. We doom scroll our day away. You on Facebook 3-4 hours a day listening to all these thoughts. You know, it was something that my sister said. She was like, this world is too loud. There's too many thoughts. There's too many people talking. We're not meant to hear each other's thoughts all day, opinions all day, each other's problems all day. Remember, that's for God. That is not for you. That will drive you nuts. And nuts it has driven our people. Deactivate your Facebook. Delete it. If you cannot handle it, you need to delete it. Anything, brothers and sisters, not to feed the evil, not to feed the beast, because the beast is always with us. But I want to keep my beast nice and skinny, nice and malnourished, nice and anorexic. I don't want that thing gaining no weight. Because if you begin feeding it, it begins to fatten. It begins to get strong. It begins to get muscles. It's going to control you. It's going to put a leash on you. And it's going to make you what? Skinny. It's going to make you malnourished. It's going to make you anorexic. And that thing going to be, it's going to be how it's going to take you places you ain't never thought you was going to go. Talk to some of these people in prison. Because the beast got big. And it took them down a hallway they never thought they was going to go. And another thing, brothers and sisters, the media, the news, or that is to say, propaganda, and especially in this country, just feeding you garbage all day long. Satan constantly trying to control how you think and what you should think. No, how we should think and what we should think is right there in that Bible. We got God's word. The God's word tell us how we ought to think and how we ought to conduct ourselves. This propaganda or this news media has got everybody in fear. Got everybody seeing each other as what? The enemy. Because as long as everybody see each other as the enemy, you don't see the real enemy, which is him, which is Satan, who sits on the empty throne. This is spiritual warfare, and we need to understand this. This is a war for our minds. Choose this day whom you gonna serve. And you got God pulling for your mind, and you got Satan pulling for your mind. You got to cut out all that negativity, man. You got to cut out, all of these things that feed your flesh, that feed your mind. You don't need to wake up in the morning. As soon as you wake up and get out of bed, you listening to what's the dude name? Soon you wake up in the morning, you just woke up. You got what's his name? The Tate guy. Because it's black dudes love that guy. What his name? Christian Tate. I'm trying to look it up. What's his name? No, Andrew Tate. I think that's his name. You waking up early in the morning, you don't pray, you don't even make your bed. The first thing you do is get your phone, you put the passcode in, it's on the main screen, you scroll to your YouTube app, you go in the search box, and you type in Andrew Tate. That's the first thing you looking at. And you wonder why you got hate in your heart. You wonder why you walking around hating your wife. Can't treat her right. Can't treat your kids right. Because that's how you starting off your day. Some of us get up, we don't even thank God in the morning. We'll wake up, listen to Andrew Tate, wake up, put on some gangster rap. Not waking up, hey Lord, thank you for waking me up this morning. Hey, giving me health, life, and strength, be able to get up, go to work or do whatever it is that I need to do for the day. Thank you, Lord, for that. Nope, none of that. Lord, give me traveling mercy for the day. None of that. Just wake up doing whatever. Because whatever you wake up and do, man, that set the tone for the day. It just do. So you have to cut those temptations out. And those were just a few things that I was naming. Those are just a few temptations, but there's a lot more. And let me tell you, when you begin to cut those things out, you'll begin to feel a sort of freedom. You feel free. You don't feel burdened by all of these thoughts and by all of these opinions and by all this negativity. And when you cut those things out, the next thing you're going to want to need to do, the next thing you need to do is you're going to need to pray. Why pray? Because When you cut those temptations out, here comes Satan. He gonna put that urge in your mind to want to revisit those temptations. That's what he's gonna do. Come on, man. It ain't gonna hurt just to listen to that one song you used to like listening to. Man, it ain't gonna hurt to listen to it just one last time. Just one last time. Come on, man. Just, just one more Andrew Tate video. I know you deleted your Facebook account or your Instagram account or whatnot, but just try to bring it up just one more time, man. Just one more time. Bring it up one more time, then you could delete it again. That's why you're gonna need to pray right there, because you're gonna suffer from withdrawal. Whenever you cut out any temptation, right? A lot of men are dealing with pornography, for example. And we know pornography that warps the way you see women. You begin to objectify and see women as objects. Okay. But when you cut pornography out, guess what? Here come them temptations. Here comes Satan. He gonna ramp it up. And the closer you are to overcoming it, the more he gonna put the temptation that's gonna be burning in your soul. Come on, just look at it just one last time, and then you'll be done for good. You gonna need the help of God, brothers and sisters, to get over some of these temptations. God, help me. Make these things repulsive in my eyes. Sometimes when you feeling temptation, brothers and sisters, just drop to your knees. Go in the bathroom, go in the closet and pray, Lord, help me get through this. And he will help you. But you got to fight, brothers and sisters. You got to resist the devil and he will flee from you. But notice, you need God's help, because you alone, you can't do it. You're not going to be able to overcome on your own. It's just not possible. It's not going to happen. Anything that you're trying to get through, maybe you're trying to overcome drinking, you got a drinking problem. Well, guess what? You're going to need the help of Christ. Lord, help me. Make that bottle disgusting to me. Because it's hard, man. This flesh is brutal. It's a fight every day. That's why Paul said, we constantly putting our flesh to death, because this thing is trying to rise up and slay us like Cain did Abel. Your Cain is your flesh. And that's the truth, brothers and sisters. Your Cain is not your fellow man, is not the white man. Your Cain is you. And it's trying to rise up and slay you. And I want to let you know that control, it's an illusion. We all think we can control our temptations. We can't. We can't, brothers. We cannot control them. We need help. That's why we need to pray to the Most High, because he has the power to help us. He that cometh to God must believe that he is what? That he is God, and he has the power to do something about our situation. But instead of going to God, we go into family, we go into psychiatry, we go into the psychiatrist, we go into the preacher, the bishop, the teacher. We go to everybody but God, and we wonder why we can't overcome. And see, it's good, brothers and sisters, too, to pray to God, because praying to God is more than just saying, Lord, help me with this, or Lord, I need that. But when you come to the Lord, when you pray to him, that's a confessional. You're confessing to him what you really are. And a lot of us, we're not honest with who we are. Hey, Lord, I'm a liar. Lord, I'm just not going, I have to be honest, Lord, I'm a liar. And I can't help it. I can't stop telling these lies. And I know it's wrong. And I know, Lord, this is something that will have me in trouble with you. Lord, help me. Only then will you receive the help that you need. But you need to acknowledge the fact that you have a problem. Lord, I'm a fornicator. I love these women. I just can't stop. When I see them, they drive me crazy. It's a confessional. Not only do you, not only can you start working on the problem, but you relieve yourself of that guilt of who you really are, because when you go out in public, you're one person, but behind the closed doors, you're another person. Lord, I'm dealing with wrath and rage. I'm an angry person. And it's got me treating people who I love like crap, like garbage. I've destroyed my marriage, Lord. I've destroyed my wife. I've destroyed my children. God, help me. I'm sorry. Have mercy on me, Lord. And the Lord be like, I'm going to give him my spirit. I'm going to give her my spirit. I was going to let them fumble around and try to do it on their own, but because they came to me, they wanted me to have mercy on them. They truly sought my face. They wanted to change. I'm going to put my spirit on them, and they will overcome this thing. Lord, I was molested when I was a child, and I never got over it. And it's affected my life ever since. It's affected my relationship. It's affected my marriage. It affects how I treat my coworkers. I don't trust anybody. Lord, help me overcome this thing. Lord, I was abused as a kid. I was verbally abused. I was physically abused. And I never grew past it. And I have nothing but thoughts of resentment and anger and distrust. I can't even look at my brothers and sisters in love, because every time I look at them, I see the abuser that abused me. You need to confess, brothers and sisters. Confess to the God of all heaven and earth. Confess to him. Confess what you are. Stop stop appearing before people like you are this religious saint super Hebrew when you ain't nothing but a porn watching liar. Confess to God. Lord, I have a mean spirit. I don't know why. I'm just mean. I don't know why I caused it. I don't know what caused it and why I'm this way. But I got a mean spirit, God. Help me. Help me overcome this spirit. Give me the spirit of love. Give me the spirit of peace. Give me the spirit of a sound mind. Lord, I'm full of envy. I don't know why, but I'm an envious person. Lord, it may be because I grew up poor and I didn't have a lot. I was picked on. I was bullied. I didn't have much. And that caused the spirit of envy to come on me, Lord. And I've been operating in that thing a long time, but Lord, I'm tired of it. God, help me. Lord, I feel the feelings of abandonment. When I was a child, Lord, I didn't have my father. I didn't have my mother, my grandmother. I was in the foster care system. Lord, I was abandoned and I don't feel loved. And I hold resentment because of it. I can't love my people like I need to because of those feelings, because I was neglected. I have trust issues. I have commitment issues. I have a woman that loves me and I love her, but I can't commit to her because I was neglected as a child and I'm afraid of feeling them feelings of neglect again. You need to confess, brothers and sisters. I was badly mistreated by someone when I was young. I was taken advantage of. And now, because of that, and now because of that, Lord, I have problems with forgiving. And I know it's wrong. I know you told us, Lord, we need to forgive, but Lord, you just don't understand what they did to me and how it made me feel. Lord, help me. Lord, give me your spirit. Give me the power to be able to forgive. When I see the person, open up that opportunity, open up that door for me to be able to forgive them, Lord, so I can relieve myself of this guilt. Because, brothers and sisters, I'm telling you, we all dealing with something. This is what we need. Our people, brothers and sisters, we need therapy. And that's what this Bible is for our people. This Bible is therapy because we have been used and abused by Satan and his children. And that's what we are in need of. We are in need of. We are in need of therapy from who? God. So that way we may what? Begin to operate in love. So that way we can begin to heal. Because this is what we need. We need healing, brothers and sisters. We need healing. And that healing only comes from Christ. It only comes from the word. Lord, destroy that old man, that old woman in me, so that way I may walk in the newness of life, so that way I may be a new creature. That way I may be found worthy to be resurrected and walk into the kingdom on the last day. And, that's pretty much it for this lesson, brothers and sisters. It was, pretty short. I didn't intend for this to be long at all, but I just kind of wanted to put something on your mind, give you something to think about. And I'm going to make more lessons like this because these lessons, brothers and sisters, they're needed because our people, they're dealing with so much. I'm dealing with a lot. Y'all are dealing with a lot. A lot of us have a lot of things that have happened to us in the past that we haven't dealt with. And we wonder why we can't heal. We wonder why we're 50 years old, we're 40 years old, we're 60, but we still are 18 from when the trauma happened. We're still 25 from when the trauma happened. We're still that 8-year-old boy or that 8-year-old girl. We need to heal. Okay. That's all this message is about, brothers and sisters. But I definitely I thank you guys for popping on here. Um, Suck for the other brothers and sisters that couldn't be on here, but again, they can catch the rebroadcast. But again, this was just to put something on y'all mind because we need healing, brothers and sisters. This is what needs to be taught in the churches and in the camps because we are fractured people that need to be made whole by the spirit, by the words of Christ. Okay. So, shalom, brothers and sisters, and I thank you for your time.